Courtney Cox here for NESN.com alongside Nick Goss, and a big trade happening last night. DeMarcus Cousins heading to New Orleans to be on the Pelicans roster, so it got us talking about the Celtics and who they should be landing ahead of the deadline. So for you, when you look at everybody out there, who are two guys that you think the Celtics are going to go for?
I think the two biggest guys they need to target is Jimmy Butler and Paul George. He's a player who can shoulder some of the offensive burden, take some off Isaiah Thomas. They're also pretty good defenders. They can defend the likes of DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James, the other lead scorers in the Eastern Conference. And they also have pretty decent contracts, wouldn't destroy the Celtics' financial flexibility. So I think a small forward, a wing-type player who can go two ways, defend and score, is what they need to target. And
do you think that there's one more than the other that they're going to go for?
I think if one guy is likely to be traded out of that group, I think it's Jimmy Butler. The Bulls clearly need to rebuild. Signing or acquiring Rajon Rondo and Dwayne Wade in the offseason has blown up in their face. It's time to start over, and trading Butler is their best way to get some assets for their rebuild. And for the Celtics, he's one of the top 15 players in the league. That superstar they need to create a new big three with Al Horford and Isaiah Thomas, a big three that would be able to challenge the Raptors, even the Wizards and the Cavs in the Eastern Conference. And Butler is a very good defender. He can defend the best perimeter players in the league. He can score between 25 and 30 points per game. Excellent foul shooter, very competitive, has really grown in a lot of parts of his game since he came into the league, especially with his three-point shooting range. So I think he's a player that the Celtics should definitely target. I would give up this year's Nets pick to get him. I think he's that kind of player. So I think if Danny Ainge really wants to make a splash, he's the guy, Butler, that should be targeted.
All right, well, Nick Goss is your guy for all things Celtics and NBA, so make sure to follow along with him on Twitter at Nick Goss NESN or myself at Cox Courtney, but make sure to keep it locked in right here at NESN.com for all your NBA needs, especially before the deadline.